Hey everybody, welcome back to Gamefest 2019 from Denver, Colorado. I'm Robert from the Guild of Gamers livecast, powered by Petrie's Family Games, and my guest to my left, your right, is Todd Gardiner.
That's right.
Dinner from Chaosium Incorporated. That's the only way I can remember it.
That's right. Well, that's the best memo.
There you go. Those of you who don't know about Chaosium.
Chaosium is a maker of RPGs. We are really the only of the original companies left. We started making RuneQuest back in '78, which was the world of Glorantha, Greg Stafford's creation. That grew quickly to Call of Cthulhu, which swept the world after its publication in '82. And that, plus supporting the publication of H.P. Lovecraft's works, brought the entirety of the Cthulhu mythos to cultural awareness, now even pop cultural icon. Mm-hmm. So you're welcome for having Cthulhu unleashed upon pop culture.
I totally see a Disney Maui meme. So you're an avid gamer.
I am.
You have a weekly group.
I do weekly board games on Tuesday night with my friends, bar and travel, and so that's a good 45 sessions a week playing board games all night. Get together with people after Essen and do a big game fest of all the new Essen board games. So that's just my passion. On top of that, I've been playing role-playing games since the Dark Ages.
Do you have a regular group that you do RPG night with?
Yeah, and then my home game is RuneQuest. So we play that fantasy game that I played back in high school. We play that twice a month.
So how do you rotate GMs, or so everyone gets? I mean, how does that work? I mean, if you've been playing since the Dark Ages RuneQuest, I mean, is the same person always in the GM, or
no? I started at RuneQuest and have been running it straight since our game started in September. I was dying to play RuneQuest. It wasn't going to happen. I just couldn't find a game master. The only Seattle game that was available already had like 9 players. And there's not really room for number 10. So I just bit the bullet and said, I'll just run it then. And it's really weird that there's this NPC who keeps following the group of players around that no one at the table is calling Todd's character.
Oh my gosh, it's so...
He's not there every game, but sometimes I just want to have a little participant. And sometimes one of the players' characters aren't really totally appropriate with that adventure. We have a wizard who is partially shunned by communities. He's feared widely, and there are times in which he doesn't fit into the adventure. So he might borrow not Todd's character, or he might borrow some other NPC,
not
who is amongst their many allies.
No, I got you.
But yeah, I've been running every session now. We are on 13 or 14. And then keep in mind, on top of that, I'm running mostly Call of Cthulhu and some RuneQuest at conventions. I probably run about 20 to 23 games of Call of Cthulhu. I've run it here at this event. Yeah, those up, and that's effectively a Call of Cthulhu campaign as well.
That's true. And
I just can't keep the same players at the table. They change every game.
Well, it's true. But you are the director of organized play.
Yes.
With Chaosium. You have what were some of your before we get into what you do there? What were some of the other things that you did with Chaosium?
Well, with Chaosium, I've been doing some map design. Back when they did Stafford Library or other projects for Moon Design, who were the guys who came in and saved Chaosium from bankruptcy. With Moon Design, I was doing stuff for their original Glorantha material. Some of Greg Stafford's works needed maps. They wanted something that was evocative of period, woodcuts, stuff like that. Then did some graphic design for the big coffee table book called The Guide to Glorantha. So 8 pages of the 800-page book. 1%. When it won the Diana Jones Award, which is the industry best game award, I was able to point at some little piece of it and say, "That's my 1%."
No, that's awesome.
Because I'm arrogant, I guess.
No, I mean, it's nice to have those laurels. You're like, I was part of that.
Yeah.
That was really
No,
cool.
it is.
Um,
We were all proud of it.
some titles that Chaosium has put out, besides you already mentioned RuneQuest and Call of Cthulhu, King Arthur, Pendragon,
Yes,
Hero Quest.
that's right.
How different is Hero Quest from RuneQuest? Me being an RPG noob.
Let me step aside for a moment and say we have the world of Glorantha, which is a Bronze Age, high magic, high fantasy campaign setting, in which the main source of magic is driven by the power of mythology from the gods who existed before mankind took over. And everyone follows those gods, and through that gets their power to use in the world. So Orlanth, the Storm King, has storm powers. He's also a king, and he's also was a rapscallion teenager of sort before he took his role as king. So there are different ways in which you could use this one cult of RuneQuest to get magical power and express that. You can experience the world of Glorantha through the storytelling game of Hero Quest, written by Robin Laws, or originally developed by Robin Laws, in which you have traits that are narrative traits. My trait is I'm a warrior, and I'm a member of the Orlanth cult, and another trait might be something unique, like I'm particularly strong. And you use these to solve narrative problems. Like TV characters are known for just narrative traits, and they come in and solve problems. Black Widow is equal to everyone on the Avengers because she encounters problems that are solved by her specific talents, and not everything in the movie is fighting.
Right.
So she's just as important, and that's how all these characters express their importance. That's storytelling. You want to play a D20 system, then Jonathan Tweet and Rob Heinzu brought their 13th Age, which is they're the guys who made D&D 3rd and 4th edition.
Okay.
So it's like, well, if we were no longer under the shackles of Hasbro, what is the D20 system that we would make? And how much player involvement would there be rather than dictating the entire world? They have a much more improvised, player participatory style game. It's got its own unique D20 mechanics. And they said, please, can we make a version of this set in Glorantha? To which we said, you guys are awesome. So we've run several, volunteers here run several sessions here. We're going to have it at Origins and Gen Con. It's out everywhere. And that can use all the main system-free Glorantha books as well. And then RuneQuest is the old system. It was originally created by SCA fighters who tried to bring in that attack and parry, the block with a shield, hit locations, critical hits, fumble tables, one fumble table, not 10,000, and make a really gritty system and spells. Everyone has magic in Glorantha, so here now you're casting little spiritual charms that are powered by your own magic points, or you're calling on the power of gods to do big things that are your once per adventure style magic. And that is about tying people into community and still being a different game within Dungeons and Dragons. But you are strongly encouraged to choose solutions that aren't, I'm just going to kill everything, because combat's quite deadly. Slightly less so than Call of Cthulhu, on a good day. But the session we just played, I literally chopped off an arm of one of the players.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And they killed someone else in one full blow by getting a critical right to the chest. So,
oh wow,
it can be a little fragile there. That is the range in which you can experience the
okay. So with the RPGs and a traditional like D20 system, like you're talking about, are there RPGs that are GM less or not as intense to have a GM? So say if I wanted to introduce an RPG to my board gaming group, but none of us have experience as a GM, I mean, what would you recommend?
Don't have anything that goes directly like that, but I would instead recommend that we have the Call of Cthulhu starter set.
Mm-hmm.
The starter set has a solo scenario, so you can actually play the game. It actually guides you through some of the basic rules and feel the sense of the game before you actually have to ever sit down with the players and run it.
Oh, well, that's cool.
And then it also comes with 3 adventures in there that are, really linear adventures. Are not going to be, I have to choose between different things. They're going to be, we do A and then we do B and we do C. That's kind of the direction you want to start new players with while they're still trying to explore the mechanics of the game.
Okay.
This comes with a basic stripped down set of rules. So it's, I don't know, 45 pages of rules or somewhere close to that range. It will just get you the basic how to do skill resolution, how to do combat, and how to lose sanity points. Because, again, Call of Cthulhu is all about losing sanity.
Sanity. Insane. So I've been wandering around in the RPG room every once in a while and trying to watch and everything.
That's awesome.
And I've noticed when it's a person's turn and the GM has addressed the situation, the player really takes a long time to think about what they want to do. It almost feels like they want to find the perfect action, and it almost feels like, are they enjoying themselves? Because it's like they're.
I was seeing some of that in RuneQuest where everyone was new to the game system, and it's a very crunchy system, and I did spend 15 minutes guiding through the basics of the rules and another little section about we're going to do a little practice combat. Okay. So on that, there are a lot of character options, and starting characters, if a rough equivalent, are about the same as a 7th level character in D&D. You have a lot more choices on what you can do. You don't start as the lowly farmer who's just first picked up a sword. We feel that's too raw of a character. It takes too long to advance to places where you are capable of being a hero.
Gotcha.
So we wanted to start you a hero and work your way up to being chieftains, kings of the land, high priest of whatever temple you are. But that does mean that some characters have to start, or some players rather, as a first line in the rules, have to start learning, well, what do these 8 spells I have to and I made sure there were plenty of books so that while it wasn't their turn, they could start prepping by getting familiar with those choices.
Oh, okay.
And they were mostly prepped. But then again, it comes to the time when they make a decision, they still have to make a decision, and they're not entirely familiar with the game. I think that our combat was actually quite successful. Everyone got to explore the range of the character options, and we got to the end with one arm missing and a couple of rules killed instantly, and a bison came in and saved another character because she was a bison rider, and so on. We explored the entire range of what all those characters could offer.
Director of organized play.
Yes.
What I mean, you're here obviously helping, do demos of these games. What else do you do besides sit at a table and GM?
Well, we have a game master organization. That is how we run our organized play. So we have around 2,000 GMs who've signed up with the promise that they will offer events, scenarios at events, at game stores, doing one-offs and demos, going to conventions, participating in EtherCon, other online opportunities to have a public audience. Some of them move on further and they do podcasts or Twitch or things like that. But that's not literally part of being Cult of Chaos. Cult of Chaos just means that you're a game master who's going to offer a great game experience at a venue where you're going to contact and meet new players. And for that, we give you all kinds of support, and we recruit you to come join us at big conventions we're offering, and we make you aware of the middle and smaller conventions that are occurring around the country, around the nation, around the world, rather, at times. And now we're supporting 5 main systems. We've got Call of Cthulhu and RuneQuest, King Arthur's Pendragon, 7 Seas just joined the party.
Oh, wow.
Because John Wicks joined Chaosium as of 2 weeks ago. So 7th Sea is awesome. And then HeroQuest Glorantha makes a full set of 5 for us. And that's a lot of different skill talents I need to pull into, but fortunately 7th Seas and HeroQuest.
It's like pirates, right?
Already have specialists. 7th Seas is pirates. It's pirates in a fantasy type setting. Like 13th Age Glorantha, the characters have a lot, or the players rather, have a lot of say in the direction that the characters go, and with the Game Master, they establish milestones of sorts, which is how they'll progress, is by achieving in-game events.
Well,
I haven't had a chance to read that one yet.
No, because I mean the HeroQuest, RuneQuest, that fantasy theme, it's not my bailiwick, but I would be more attracted to either the Call of Cthulhu starter set or the Seven Seas. So, but I also noticed like on Chaosium's Facebook page, there's also links to fan pages of Call of Cthulhu RPG,
Tons.
RuneQuest RPG, and they're really great about posting events going on in the local area and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Call of Cthulhu Facebook page is hugely popular. More people than play the game are on there. So it's tens of thousands of people. The RuneQuest and World of Glorantha pages on Facebook are a super passionate fan base. Originally, the Rune Masters, which was the game master organization for just the World of Glorantha, have been running those things, and they're becoming part of the Cult of Chaos and helping us with convention support. But they're great. And we have our own online forums, basicroleplaying.org.
Or
You'll try them both. You'll figure it out. But there we have just communication boards so people can ask rules questions or get feedback on campaign ideas in a forum type format where you'll see every post. That's harder at times.
Oh, okay. So it's not so. The RPG world is not just restricted to face to face. There are platforms that, like forums, you can play by
To
forum.
communicate with the community. Play by forum, no. I'm talking about a game master communicating with the game
Gotcha.
If you want to do online play, we would push people toward Roll20, toward using Google Communication Protocol. I'm stuck on the name. Skype. These are a variety of different ways in which you can have people talk.
Oh, like Google
online.
Hangouts.
Hangouts. Thank
Gotcha.
you. Because I use Skype, so I stuck on
Gotcha.
But that is totally a way to play with players, and you would still find those players by going to these various social medias or our forums and trying to build a community. Roll20 sponsors AetherCon online convention, in which they have a variety of different events and use that to kind of draw people to online gaming of all sorts.
Oh, okay.
And I've used specifically Skype and Google Hangouts within that convention to offer games there. And as role-playing has grown so much in the last 5 to 7 years, the online participation has really grown as well. Mm-hmm. And you've seen that because people will do Twitch or YouTube.
And and recently Twitch just opened its user license agreements just beyond online gaming.
Yeah.
It's so much, there's so much content on Twitch for anything nowadays.
Yeah.
Since they did that, and I think it was a good move for
We have
them.
a new channel. Currently, it's involved crafting to make Glorantha replica items. And we've had 1 or 2 little videos like how to play and such. It's developing still, and we're going to see that grow over the next year. I can't tell you too much about that because I'm not involved directly in that. That's the marketing team, and they're great.
I'm here to ask questions, not get answers. Just
Oh no!
So what's on the horizon after Gamefest, Starfest for you?
For me, we're going to PaizoCon, which is great because the guys who make Pathfinder, who are in the Seattle area like me, in fact, Seattle's got seems like half the game companies, but we all wonder why we get onto a plane and go to Gen Con.
Yeah.
On the same plane.
Oh, nice.
And the answer is because Indianapolis conventions are way bigger. But getting back to this, PaizoCon is allowing other publishers that are in the area to participate. So we'll be running a table nonstop. So Call of Cthulhu and a couple of RuneQuest demos.
Gotcha.
So that'll be awesome. Then the really big thing is we have the UK Game Expo happening up in Birmingham. Mm-hmm. I won't be attending that one this year because I'm jumping off to Origins immediately after. So back to back is too much. But at Origins, we paired with, just like the Rune Masters are a player organized GM group that is joining the Cult of Chaos. They're all also members. Rogue Cthulhu is guys in the Columbus area, greater Ohio area.
Right.
And they run all the Call of Cthulhu stuff. And they have some 30 people who are all going to be running Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, wow.
Mostly scenarios that we provided because we make convention scenarios every year. And then I'll be running 3 tables. They're just RuneQuest and 13-page Glorantha. So that's going to be awesome.
You travel about as much as I do.
So I go to 10 conventions a year.
Wow.
And then I also, in my own personal life, work at Burning Man for about 2.5 weeks. And then somewhere in there, I also take a vacation. So every single month of the year, I am either getting in the car or getting into an airplane. Well, it's only for a weekend. At least more than half my time at home.
Yeah. Cool. Well, awesome, Todd. Thank you very much.
All right.
For
Thanks,
joining
man.
us. For more information on Chaosium, they can go to, what's the
You
website?
can go to chaosium.com to be able to read about, for example, the Cult of Chaos in the organized play section, to read about the products we have, either in the Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, or other lines.
Or if you forget, I mean, just Google
check us
RuneQuest
on-
RPG or Call of Cthulhu RPG.
and social media.
Yep. Awesome.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Todd.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend,
I will.
and we'll catch y'all later.